I think one thing that's a little bit different from us, and one thing that we've tried to build since the very beginning, is not only do we want to make good beer. You have to start off, obviously, with making good beer because you can do everything else, all the advertising and events and fun, special stuff that you want to. But the other thing is we want to be an institution that Houston and Texas are proud of having.
Brewing beer to perfection takes time and dedication. But at St. Arnold's, they've done just that. St. Arnold's is a craft brewery company based in Houston, Texas. Their company goal is to brew the best world-class beers and deliver them to their customers as fresh as possible. How does St. Arnold's make the best beer in Texas? Let's follow a batch of beer through the various steps of the brewing process. To begin the brewing process, depending on the recipe, different types of malted barley are measured and mixed together by a crew member and sent down a conveyor that transfers these ingredients from the first floor to the third floor, where the milling process or the crushing of the ingredients takes place. During the mashing process, the crushed malt is augered into the mash tun, where it is combined with heated water to form a thick porridge called the mash. This mashing process typically takes between 40 to 60 minutes. After the mash has sat for several minutes, the sparging process begins. Hot water is sprayed on the mash and the sugary liquid extract called wort is drawn off the grain bed through screens located at the bottom of the tun and sent into the brew kettle. Once the wort is in the kettle, it is boiled from anywhere between 60 and 90 minutes. During this step, hops are usually added either at the onset of the boil for bitterness or at the end of the boil for aroma. Once the boiling process in the kettle is complete, the wort is transferred to a whirlpool. It is important to note that throughout this brewing process, testing is done to ensure quality. These certain quality tests test certain aspects such as the alcohol content and gravity, making sure that they are within specifications of the recipe, and that the beer is free of contamination. After the wort is cooled, it leaves the heat exchanger and is pumped into the fermenter where the yeast and oxygen are injected as the wort enters the tank. Fermentation can typically take about 1 to 2 weeks. Once fermentation is complete, beer is left in the vessel to condition. The beer matures in about 1 to 5 weeks. The beer is kept cold during this process. The beer is then bottled or kegged and sent to distributors throughout Texas and Louisiana. So the next time you stop by your neighborhood's grocery store or stop by your favorite bar or pub, make sure you try out St. Arnold's beer. You're guaranteed a fresher beer.